Mes frères et sœurs, cherchons le Saint-Esprit.
Donc ça veut dire que l'essentiel c'est chercher le Saint-Esprit. Parce que pour la connaissance, vous les avez. Si c'est pour la connaissance, vous les avez. Si la connaissance n'est pas accompagnée par le Saint-Esprit, ça va vous détruire, vous autodétruire, vous allez vous faire des guerres avec cela. Mais si le Saint-Esprit trouve, et puis chacun le Saint-Esprit, ça positionne chacun à sa place, et l'un dira Amen à ce que le Saint-Esprit dira au travers de l'autre, sans problème et sans jalousie. Mais les connaissances vont porter des guerres et amener des pensées diverses. C'est pour cela que vous voyez les dénominations, c'est parce que la connaissance de l'un fronte la connaissance de l'autre. Et par conséquent, quand l'un n'est pas d'accord, l'autre se sépare. C'est ça le principe. Pourtant, les Saintes Écritures disent au chapitre 1 des 1 Corinthiens, verset 10, que je vous exhorte à avoir tenir tous un même langage. Il n'y a point à avoir des divisions parmi vous, être animés d'un seul même esprit, une seule même âme. Si ce n'est pas comme ça par le Saint-Esprit, tout ce qu'on fait, chacun va construire, l'autre va mettre le papier, l'autre va mettre la pierre, l'autre va mettre la terre. C'est ça la maison désordonnée. D'accord, ma soeur? Donc dis-leur donc de chercher le Saint-Esprit.
Frères et sœurs, cherchons le Saint-Esprit.
Particulièrement ceux qui aiment la nourriture là, qui ont du mal à jeûner. Dis-le encore, parce qu'ils savent de quoi je suis en train de parler. Dis ceux qui aiment la nourriture là.
Ceux qui aiment la nourriture là.
L'autre là n'était pas dit dans le songe, d'accord? Nous ajoutons maintenant. Voilà, mais si on va y revenir dans les bien plus. En réalité, si vous saviez véritablement que sans le Saint-Esprit, on ne peut pas bouger ici. Alors je pose la question. Il y a des choses, je ne sais pas s'il est temps qu'il dise des choses ici. Frère, l'heure est avancée. L'heure est avancée. Les troupes sont revues là-bas au ciel. Si le Seigneur permet que je parle de certaines choses qui se passent au ciel, qui se déroulent au ciel maintenant, je le parlerai. Vous remarquez quand Jésus se révèle comme lion, vous savez ce que ça veut dire, n'est-ce pas? Quelle est l'implication s'il se révèle comme lion? Vous savez ce que ça veut dire, n'est-ce pas? Vous savez ce que ça veut dire? Écoutez très attentivement. Il est positionné au ciel maintenant comme le lion. Et je l'ai vu descendre avec une colère, regardant la terre. Et en face de lui se trouvait... On va y revenir plus tard. Le ciel en train de regarder la terre. Et le ciel est en train de dire des événements vont s'enchaîner sur la terre rapidement. Des malheurs sur la terre. Je dis c'est à cause du Saint-Esprit. Donc de la même façon, le Saint-Esprit de vouloir préparer l'épouse rapidement pour l'enlèvement. De la même façon, des cataclysmes terribles vont commencer à abattre sur la terre. Des cataclysmes.
When we came back up, our fence was gone, and we looked over to the northwest, and the whole neighborhood's gone.
The tornado was coming toward us, huh?
Yes.
Lots of debris in the air. Oh, Jesus be with these people.
It rained here a lot actually. It is the first time I see this much heavy rain in my life. I am from Kashmir in Pakistan and it rains a lot here. But this type of heavy rain I have never seen before in my life. After the rain, there was no electricity and also no water, and we helped people using our boat. Brought them groceries, helped them move from here if they needed to go to other places.
A strong storm that is a tropical storm created giant waves resembling a tsunami.
Oh no!
Eyewitnesses describe that the height of the waves is several tens of meters and they cause serious damage to close infrastructure. Strong winds and heavy rain accompany this natural phenomenon, causing panic among local residents. According to preliminary data, several buildings were damaged as a result of the disaster, and beach area was subject to significant destruction. Local authorities quickly responded to what was happening, evacuating people from dangerous areas and providing the necessary assistance. Despite the bad weather, rescuers and emergency services are working at full capacity to minimize damage and ensure the safety of citizens. Residents of closed cities diligently receive recommendations on precautions and rules of behavior in emergency situations. Experts emphasize that such events are become more frequent due to climate change, and authorities must be prepared for similar challenges in the future. The severe storm reminded everyone of the need to be prepared for and respond effectively to natural disasters. Effective disaster plans are required.
More than 100 tornadoes were reported over the weekend, killing 4 people in Oklahoma and 1 person in Iowa.
And now communities are left to pick up the pieces as more severe weather is expected to slam into those same areas again, starting tomorrow. ABC's Melissa Adon gives us a first-hand look at the damage in Oklahoma.
Neighborhood after neighborhood decimated across the Midwest after a multi-day tornado outbreak.
Our entire downtown is devastated. It went into our business district and it took our entire business district.
In Sulphur, Oklahoma, this furniture store destroyed after almost 2 decades in the community.
Devastating. I'm heartbroken. It's our home, it's our love, it's our passion, it's everything.
Bricks, pieces of wood, parts of roofs thrown everywhere. Local officials vowing to come back better than ever.
We're a strong community. we'll be back, I promise you.
At least 4 people killed across the state, including a 4-month-old baby. In Trinity County, Texas, 2 people rushed to the hospital after being rescued from a damaged home.
It's no longer here. It's completely gone.
And in Rosebud, Texas, video shows the moment a potential tornado ripped through the city. In Nebraska, authorities say more than 150 homes were damaged in Douglas County. The National Weather Service office in Omaha issued 48 tornado warnings on Friday alone, the most ever issued in a single day. And severe weather is forecasted for the region once again Tuesday and Wednesday, with large hail, strong winds, and potential tornadoes expected. Melissa Adon, ABC News, Ardmore, Oklahoma.
The air crackles with tension as the relentless winds lash the western cape of South Africa. In the face of such raw, unbridled power, the resilience of the local communities is pushed to the absolute limit. It was on the fateful day of April 7th, 2024, that a savage storm system swept across the Western Cape, its winds reaching a staggering 75 miles per hour. Fueled by a deep, low-pressure system, this tempest unleashed a torrent of heavy rainfall, hail, and gusts so powerful that they toppled towering trees, tore roofs from buildings, and left thousands of homes plunged into darkness as the power grid buckled under the strain. The relentless winds have inflicted devastating damage on the region's infrastructure and essential services. Roads have been rendered impassable, blocked by fallen debris and uprooted vegetation, causing widespread disruption to transportation. Utility companies have been working around the clock to restore electricity to the thousands of households left in the dark, but the sheer scale of the outages has overwhelmed their efforts. In a desperate attempt to safeguard the well-being of residents, local authorities have implemented a range of emergency measures. Evacuation orders have been issued for high-risk areas, with community centers and shelters open to provide temporary refuge for those displaced by the weather. Emergency services and disaster relief teams have been mobilized to assist affected communities and assess the full extent of the calamity. The road to recovery will be long and arduous, but with the support of the global community, the resilience of the local populace, and the unbreakable determination to confront the challenges posed by climate change, this indomitable region will once again flourish, rising from the ashes of this harrowing ordeal. On May 4th, Zhuhai, a coastal city in China's Guangdong province, experienced an unprecedented deluge, with Dumen district recording over 300 mm of rainfall in just 6 hours, shattering local early May records. And forcing pedestrians to wade through waterlogged roads. While the exact extent of the damage is yet to be fully assessed, reports indicate flooded houses, vehicles, and even hospitals. highlighting the urgent need for improved urban drainage systems and emergency preparedness measures. The situation in Zhuhai is part of a larger weather event affecting central and eastern China, with forecasters predicting continued heavy rainfall over the coming days. Areas such as central and northern Guangdong could see rainfall totals of 100 to 180 mm and up to 200 to 250 mm in some localized areas. Additionally, severe convective weather, including thunderstorms, strong winds, and hail of level 8 to 10 is expected in central and western Guangdong. The heavy rain in Zhuhai led to the activation of 34 rainstorm warning signals across the province, including red rainstorm warnings in Xinhui, Zhongshan, and Dumen, and 5 other cities. Despite the disruptions and damage caused by the rain, attention has been disproportionately focused on tourist areas, with little consideration given to the challenges faced by residents in less prominent locations. It is crucial to raise awareness of the broader impact of such events and advocate for support for all affected communities. One particularly affected area was the intersection of Zijing Road and Kuiqiang Road, where road water accumulation rendered the area impassable in both directions. The heavy rainfall also severely affected visibility, with windshield wipers on the fastest setting unable to clear the rain. This led to hazardous driving conditions, with cars splashing water up to 1 or 2 meters high, creating further challenges for motorists. The plight of ordinary people in ordinary places must not be overlooked in the aftermath of such natural disasters. It is imperative that local authorities and urban planners take this opportunity to reassess and improve urban infrastructure to better withstand extreme weather events in the future. As communities in Zhuhai and beyond work to recover from this devastating rainfall, the resilience and solidarity of the affected residents serve as a reminder of the importance of preparedness and community support in the face of adversity.
In the heart of Kenya, the renowned Masai Mara National Reserve, a tourist haven, has been turned into a scene of chaos and devastation. Unprecedented flooding has swept away camps and facilities, leaving visitors and staff stranded, and claimed nearly 200 lives in the country's southwest. The culprit? The River Talek, a tributary of the mighty Mara River, which burst its banks, submerging more than a dozen riverside tourist lodges and camps. The relentless downpour has left a trail of destruction, with missing persons reported in Nairobi and a devastating mudslide in Mai Mahiu. The death toll continues to rise as authorities work tirelessly to rescue those trapped by the surging waters. In a desperate bid to evade the floods, some, like 27-year-old James Apollo Omenya, found refuge on raised water tanks, their only lifeline as the floodwaters continued to rise. The Kenya Red Cross has been instrumental in the rescue efforts, saving over 90 people and closing at least 14 camps along the River Talek. Kenya is no stranger to the long rain season, but locals agree that the scale of this year's deluge is unparalleled. The Horn of Africa, one of the most climate-vulnerable regions in the world, is bearing the brunt of a worsening flood crisis, with heavy rains also affecting Tanzania and Burundi. The combined effects of El Niño and the ongoing long rains of 2024 have created a catastrophe, a stark reminder of the urgent need for climate action. Output.
A massive landslide hit the Lafonda Gorge in Montebello and Terre, causing devastating consequences in the village of Cerritos, Colombia. The landslides occurred after prolonged heavy rains, which cascaded with clouds. Rescuers report that they continue to search for residents under the rubble and provide assistance to the victims. Lafonda Gorge, known for its beauty and tourist popularity, suffered significant damage. The number of casualties is currently assessed as significant, and further increases are expected. In addition, the village of Cerritos, Colombia, near Montebello, experienced severe flooding that destroyed approximately 30 houses. Local residents were evacuated and are now in temporary shelters. The Colombian government has allocated large funds to help the victims and restore destroyed houses. The scale of the disaster reminds of natural disasters and the need to protect the population from such natural disasters. Climate change news today. Severe flooding in Brazil, the Rio Grande do Sul state, has caused several bridges to collapse and dams to break, leaving thousands of people homeless.
Cachorro já é.
The water overflowing the banks of the river flooded entire areas, causing panic and evacuation of the population. Local authorities declared a state of emergency and organized operation to rescue the victims. Emergency services are working around the clock to provide assistance to victims and prevent further disaster. Water entered homes, shops and infrastructure, causing extensive damage to the region. The flooding has affected power supply and communications, complicating the work of rescue teams. The provincial governor has asked federal authorities for help and additional resources to combat the crisis.
Aí, ó, para quem nunca viu, caixa d'água sobre as águas. Caixa Jesus.
Eyewitnesses describe horrific scenes of destruction and loss, highlighting the need for urgent measures to restore infrastructure. Many families were left homeless and without the necessary support. demanding an immediate response from the authorities to this emergency situation. International organizations also express their readiness to provide assistance to those affected in real gun pursuit and to participate in strengthening measures to prevent similar disaster in the future. Follow the news of each channel.
Flash flooding causes widespread disruption across Bradford. Flash flooding has hit Bradford Monday after a severe thunderstorm brought heavy downpours, which battered the region in just a short space of time.
Cars have been fully abandoned. All I wanted to do is go to the... Stay on the house. People are going the wrong way up this road.
At around 4 p.m., lightning and thunder crashed and heavy rain and pea-sized hail hit a number of areas in Bradford. The flash flooding has been so severe, the M606 was blocked to traffic and people parked in the Broadway shopping center have been unable to enter or exit the car park.
Oh my daisy, Sumi.
On the Broadway's Facebook page, they posted, "Due to severe weather and for health and safety reasons, cars are unable to enter or exit the car park. We will give an update once we have more information." One person posted on Facebook about the Broadway flooding, saying the shops at the bottom of the Broadway are all flooded. However, just before 6 p.m., the Broadway reported the car park had reopened. One traffic alert reported that Hall lanes both ways closed due to flooding from Chapel Street to Drake Street. A Facebook post from the Broadway on Monday evening said, "The police, National Highways, and Yorkshire Water have closed Hall Ings until further notice." A statement from Bradford Council added, "Please be aware we are dealing with a number of flooding incidents in the city center and other local areas." Residents across the city have spoken out about their shock about the flash flooding and severe weather. "The road is broken," said one woman about flooding on Vicar Lane by the job center. "We got hit by it all. The cones were all floating around the road. It was flooding the road really quickly."
Oh my daisy, Sumi.
Another traffic alert reported, M606 both ways blocked queuing traffic due to flooding at junction 3A 6177 Ruley Lane, Staygate Roundabout. Congestion to J2, Euroway Trading Estates. Ongoing since around 4:40, the motorway is now blocked in both directions. Another person said, "It was really bad in East Bowling. Our road is flooded after they just put in flood grates at Sheridan Street." One man who lives at Oddsall also told the TNA about the heavy rain and hail that covered the ground.
Water's going down the road and it's been flooded everywhere in West Bowling today.
In a post by Northern on X, formerly Twitter, due to heavy rain flooding the railway between Halifax and Bradford Interchange, the line is blocked. Lines have now reopened between Halifax and Bradford Interchange, says National Rail, but disruption between Harrogate and Leeds due to flooding at Horsforth will last until the end of the day.
Will they stay on the cars?
Overnight rains that pounded the capital city on Tuesday have left a trail of destruction across the city. Nairobi residents woke up to flooded homes and impassable roads, forcing the Kenya Urban Roads Authority to temporarily close several roads in the capital and outlying areas due to flooding. Our very own Miriam Walkie reports that the torrential rains have led to the overflowing rivers, burst sewers, submerged roads and homes, and left many Nairobi residents counting their losses.
A city under siege. The gushing waters demonstrating Mother Nature's fury that most Nairobi residents have had to contend with. Nairobi motorists plying the Eastern Bypass on Wednesday had to contend with the huge volume of water to get across this section of the road near Nairobi Gate. Heavy rains on Tuesday caused this river to break its banks, resulting in large pools of water, cutting off transport in this section. Most private car owners had to wait it out as motorists with huge vehicles took their chances to cross the section. The traffic snarl-up caused by the overflowing river stretching for over 2 kilometers.
Naona sasa tumekwama kutoka asubuhi hapa mpaka saa hii. Tunataka tuvuke tuende ngambo ile, imeshindikana. Kwa hivyo inataka saa hii hata waziri wa barabara asiende na ndege akuje na barabara ndio aone mahali kuna stahili kurekebishwa. Manake sasa kama atapita na chopa chini ataona kweli? Hataona. Barabara zitazidi kama hapa sasa kunataka box culvert kubwa. Pale ilikuwa inataka wainue ndio at least maji ipite na chini.
Huu mto umefurika kiasi kikubwa sana, na ndio unaona hata huko mbele hii mto umeweza kutupa maji yake kando, ambapo inazuilia magari kupita.
Earlier on, traffic had ground to a stop along Thika Road after flood waters cut off a section of the road along the Juja Way Bridge, forcing Kura to announce the temporary closure of several roads in the city to avert further disasters.
Guinea wa Kenya, saa ni wakati mwafaka. Muamke, muangalie ile makosa ilifanyika hii barabara. Sasa kwa drainage, hasa hapa kwetu Juja, hasa hapa Way Bridge.
Nairobi's 3 major rivers have now burst their banks and the flood waters have found their way to people's homes. At the civil servants' estate in Nairobi West, residents were among the hundreds of Nairobi city dwellers whose lives were turned upside down by the ongoing floods. This mixture of sewer and flood waters from the Ngong River that burst its banks, coursing through their otherwise serene neighborhood, effectively shutting a majority of them indoors with no reprieve in sight. Across the city in Zimmerman Estate, a similar script is playing out. Pools of water mixed with sewer block the entrances to many apartments, and those who have to go to work are forced to wade through the muddy waters.
Maji huku kwa hii plot yenye naishi imetusumbua sana. Na mimi kwanza saa hii kutoka niamke watoto wangu hawajakunywa chai. Hata kusema hivyo hakuna hata mahali unaweza kieti, maji imejaa kila mahali.
So tunaomba county government ya Zimmerman na Nairobi mfanye kitu. Drainage huku iko very poor. Maji kwa nyumba mkiangalia hapa imefurika pia.
The Kenya Urban Roads Authority on Wednesday announced the temporary closure of several roads in Nairobi after flood waters breached bridges and paralyzed transport. The affected roads include sections of Enterprise Road, Eastern Bypass and some underpasses on the Thika Superhighway. Nairobi Governor Johnson Sakaja has, however, assured city residents that work has begun in earnest to reconstruct all bridges destroyed by the ongoing floods, noting all the 3 major rivers in Nairobi have burst their banks.
Tuko na daraja kama 17 ambazo zilikuwa zimebebwa na maji, na leo hii I can confirm to your excellency that we are starting the reconstruction of all of those bridges to make sure our children can be able to go to school and to cross over.
Along Kangundo Road, Transport has been paralyzed after Athi River broke its banks on Tuesday night. Area residents say the road was cut off at 4 a.m. on Wednesday morning, leaving thousands of travelers stranded. This is the aftermath of the heavy rains that pounded this area on Tuesday night. Residents here woke up and found that the Athi River had, broken its banks, effectively cutting off transport in this area. Those coming from Nairobi seeking to go to Kangundo cannot proceed beyond this point, and those also coming from Tala and Joske cannot make their way across this section of the road because, as you can see, it has been flooded, and they wait not knowing for how long they're going to wait.
Tumetoka town tukileta abiria mara. Sasa kufika hapa mtu wa Joska tukapata ardhi imejaa. Sasa tukakuama hapa ndio tumesimama sasa tunangojea. Alafu sasa tuone vile abiria wataweza kufika.
Leo manzi nikifanya kazi zangu za stage marshal. Mvua ilikuwa imeanza saa 2 jana usiku hadi 5. Tumefika stage, daraja imeenda. Nikaamua nifike pale Athi River nione nini na go on. Nikapata Athi River sando was imejaa.
Mary Mwoki, Citizen TV.
Par l'infiniment grand, l'infiniment petit, et par le firmament, ton manteau étoilé, et par frère soleil, je veux crier, mon Dieu, tu es grand, tu es beau, Dieu vivant, Dieu très haut, tu es le Dieu d'amour.
En effet, la Bible déclare que tout l'univers loue son nom et que tous les ondées de la terre et des eaux chantent à la gloire de celui dont là qui est assis sur les eaux, sur le cercle de la terre, qui était sur son trône depuis le jugement, pendant le déluge, qui sera de façon éternelle.